Caleb's Myth banner is finally here, and it might be one of the most ambitious events we've seen in Love and Deepspace so far. There's the 2 limited myth memories, a new companion called Netherlord, and a story set in the Netherrealm where you and Caleb rule together. But what does all of this actually mean for gameplay? And is it worth your diamonds? Let's break down the banner, the story hints from the PV, and the rewards you can get so you know exactly what you're walking into. The event Ghost's Final March runs from March 28th to April 11th, and it introduces a limited 5-star solar memory pair. These are Caleb Nether Yearning and Caleb Nether Parting. Like other limited banners, there's a 50% chance that the 5-star you pull will be one of the event memories. If it isn't, the next 5-star is guaranteed to be the event memory. And because all limited banners share the same pity system, your previous pity count carries over. To fully secure both myth memories, the event has a hard guarantee at 150 pulls. At that point, you can actually choose between the 2 memories you're missing. And once you collect the full pair, that's when the biggest reward unlocks. Getting both myth memories unlocks the brand new companion, Caleb Netherlord. This companion comes with his own combat abilities, animations, and outfits, and represents Caleb in his role as one of the Lords of the Netherrealm. It's also tied to the new myth storyline called Yin Yang Sundering, which you can read after obtaining either myth memory. The story explores a world where the mortal realm and the nether realm are separated by day and night, and where you and Caleb rule over wandering souls and the ghosts that threaten the balance between the 2 worlds. So if you enjoy lore and character world building, this banner is doing a lot more than just adding combat power. Even if you decide not to pull, there's still quite a lot you can get for free through the Lost Souls event. By exploring locations, completing minigames, and clearing combat challenges, you can earn a 4-star solar memory pair, Caleb Duskshard Dreams and Caleb Duskshard Lotus. You'll also get 10 limited Deepspace wishes, 500 diamonds, and a variety of collectibles like photo poses, chat bubbles, stickers, and even the event background music. There's also a 3-star memory called Caleb Lotus Bond available in the event shop. So this event still has plenty to offer even if you're saving your diamonds. Now let's talk about the PV for a moment, because the reaction from the community has been loud. And it's easy to see why. Visually, this might be one of the most cinematic trailers Love and Deepspace has released so far. The entire myth leans heavily into the symbolism of yin and yang, with this constant theme of balance, separation, and 2 forces that are meant to exist together but can't fully remain side by side. And that idea shows up everywhere in the trailer. You see it in the lotus imagery, the 2 flowers growing from the same stem. It echoes something we've heard in Caleb's myths before. In one story, they come from the same source. Now the symbolism goes even further. They are 2 flowers of the same root, 2 halves of the same balance, which makes the emotional tension of this story hit even harder. Because if the trailer is hinting correctly, Caleb and MC may both survive this story, but they're forced to exist in separate realms. Day belongs to the mortal world, while night belongs to the nether realm. And if that's the case, then the real tragedy isn't death. It's separation. Near the end of the trailer, there's a strong hint that MC might forget him entirely. And that possibility hurts in a very specific way. Because living on without remembering someone who loves you that deeply can feel even more heartbreaking than losing them. Of course, the trailer also has its fair share of moments. There's the protective line, where Caleb tells someone that their filth shouldn't touch her, which instantly triggers the possessive king energy.
Your filth shouldn't touch her.
And then there's the softer side of Caleb too. The moment where he quietly says, "I love you."
I love you more than anyone else.
The moment where he cries. The way his entire character here feels both powerful and painfully vulnerable at the same time. Even visually, the presentation is stunning. His long hair, the glowing eyes, the lotus motifs, the colors of the nether realm, The animation quality feels like a huge step up. Even the combat sequences shown briefly in the trailer look incredibly polished. And for longtime fans, there was also a really fun reveal. The mysterious bridge scene that people speculated about for months, the one some thought might hint at a sixth love interest, turns out to be connected to Caleb Smith's story after all. And if you enjoy breakdowns like this for Love and Deepspace events, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I try to make these guides a space where we can enjoy the story together and make informed decisions before spending our diamonds. So, should you actually pull on this banner? There are a few things worth thinking about. First is whether Caleb is one of your main characters. Myth pairs are usually designed for players who really want deeper lore and stronger combat options for that specific character. Second is the diamond commitment. With a full guarantee at 150 pulls, this is one of the larger investments in the game. And finally, ask yourself what you enjoy most in Love and Deepspace. If you love story, lore, and seeing your favorite character in a completely new role, this banner might feel very rewarding. But if you're currently saving for future banners, it's completely okay to skip and just enjoy the free event rewards. Remember, these games are meant to bring comfort and excitement, not pressure. And if you want a clear explanation of how myth banners actually work, how the pity system works for these banners, and some practical ways to prepare for those 5-star solar memory pairs, I made a full guide that walks through all of it step by step. Just tap the video on your screen and I'll meet you there.